Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I just wanted to do a little showdown and just emphasize something for a lot of people who maybe missed out on the ULX Pro Series, the Tarik. Just some of the main differences, obviously, you guys can see is the design of the Tarik is this nice blue and white. With a lot more time on the Tarik, I haven't had any issues with its overall paint color fading or becoming discolored like other people. But this is a carbon fiber composite compared to the BeastX Fabulous Beast, which is a magnesium alloy with an ABS plastic base. Overall, the size and shape are so close on these two mice that if you really just care about the shape, there's no reason to pay extra for the ULX unless you really like that design or really hate the design of the BeastX Fabulous Beast. In terms of the two of these, this comes with Xpanel. This you do need to download software, but this already has 8K compatibility, and the ULX, although advertising 8K compatibility, still only goes up to 4K for whatever reason. I don't know when 8K is going to be available. The switches in the BeastX are new Nile switches, and they feel very good. They're very poppy. They're very consistent all the way from the bottom of the switch or the button all the way to the top. The Nile switches to me have been a little bit heavier than the Blue Shell Pink Dots, but overall just feel really good. They feel very responsive, not only in audible effect, but in feel. The Huano Blue Shell Pink Dots in the ULX also feel quite good and very consistent, which is nice. It feels like a more refined version of any ULX I've had to date because of the changes implemented in this mouse. And you can see the scroll wheel is different in this version of the ULX, but I do have to say that the material actually does cause quite a scratching effect comparatively to something rubberized like the BeastX. That is very quiet. So that's really the only thing I can point to. But the scroll wheel is a little bit wider on the ULX, which is actually nice because it is a little bit easier to feel like you are really hitting and just placing your finger over that scroll wheel a little bit faster, a little bit easier. Overall, the side buttons feel and sound literally identical, so it wouldn't even surprise me if both of these mice come from the same factory. The side buttons literally sound identical. The weight balance of both of these mice, the BeastX, or excuse me, the ULX, the weight balance feels ever so slightly better than the BeastX, but it is very minute. So again, 39 grams in the ULX with carbon fiber composite, 40 grams in the BeastX with the magnesium alloy. So the weight difference, the weight balance is literally negligible. Now, when it comes to performance, again, the BeastX comes out of the box with 8K, even though it doesn't stay at 8K. I've never even consistently had 8K on the BeastX yet, but the ULX was advertised to come with 8K. It hasn't had 8K activated yet for whatever reason. I don't know when it's going to be activated, but the performance of both of these mice in game feels literally the same. What I will say, though, is the coating on the BeastX is just better. It stays drier. The Tarik without the grips, the side is actually very slippery, and even with the grips just aren't that great. So it does feel like a more slippery coating overall, whereas on the BeastX, again, it feels like it stays a little bit more dry. And the side of the mouse has these wider slats compared to the hexagons, and I can actually stick a little bit of the meat of my thumb into those slats and lock my thumb into place, just providing me a better grip on the mouse overall. So to me, I'm performing better on the BeastX, but like the difference in performance is pretty negligible, but I do find that I'm playing better on the BeastX. Again, very negligible. I could use one or the other and basically perform the same. Overall, it really is going to boil down to one, availability. This, for whatever reason, was a limited run and is no longer available at MSRP. This is still available, and even on release was a cheaper price than the ULX Tarik Pro Series. So if you missed out on the ULX Tarik, I just don't see why there would be any reason for you not to try a Beast X unless you, one, hate the design, you hate larger cutouts, or you really just want to hold off because you love the design of the ULX Tarik so much. But if you missed out and you want a mouse that literally has the same, almost the same size, shape, and feel of the Tarik, I would try the Beast X Fabulous Beast. Again, it feels great out of the box, performs well. Battery life to me has been fantastic, and the build quality on my copies has been really nice, except for the one issue I had for whatever reason out of the box with a missing piece of magnesium here on the Beast X. Overall, over time, since my unboxing, the ULX Tarik has held up quite well. The build quality here is really good and much more refined over my original versions of the ULX. You can see the only thing I would point out is with the white side buttons, it does show a little bit of the grime here on the side button. And the indentation is actually showing back up on mouse 1 and mouse 2, where the switches are underneath the carbon fiber composite. I have not really had any discoloration that I can notice with the paint over mouse 1 and mouse 2 that some people have reported. And overall, my build quality has held up really, really well. The switches, everything feels very tightened up and quite honestly perfect. The only thing I notice is that I can feel a little bit of flex in mouse 1, whereas on the Beast X, I just don't feel any flex over the switches at all on mouse 1 and mouse 2 in game. It's like a little easy to move mouse 1 just a little bit, but literally it's it's such a non-issue. It's kind of silly to point out, but you know, trying to just point out everything I've noticed so far on these two mice. So two really nice mice. Again, if you missed out on the Tarik, I personally like the Beast X a little bit more. I like these designs more. I like the price more, and I like the performance just as much as my Tarik. So two great mice. Final Mouse has really done a great job in improving the build quality on the Tarik, but for the price that you have to pay aftermarket, again, guys, the Beast X is really a really nice mouse. So that's really all I can say with the hours and hours that I've now dumped into both of these mice. Again, performance, basically a wash, but I do like the slats and the coating on the Beast X a little bit more. I hope that helped, guys. If it did, please leave a sub to the channel. I'll see you guys in the next review. Peace.